Keemstar and Wade talk about Dylan Dennis leaking KSI's girlfriend and deleting the tweet, and who's better between Logan Paul and Jake Paul, so here's the full Twitter space.
I mean, facts, like, granted, again, I'm not going to sit here and condone what Dylan's doing. Like, obviously involving a private citizen, or not really private, but someone that has nothing to do with the card in the card. It's not my type of promotion, but yeah, evil's a little bit of a stretch to call Dylan that for what he's
You
doing.
got to remember, the Pauls started this. The Pauls went after all of Dylan's ex-girlfriends, brought them up over the years. Like, and this is like a standard thing that, Conor McGregor and Dylan's whole crew does. They always talk about White.
I just wonder where Dylan got the idea. Where did he get the idea? Because right before, and I'm just speculating. I can't say this is. I have literally no idea. Right before, the fight got announced and the build started, he was in New York training with Conor. And Conor has done this type of thing in fight build up before. He was DMing Dustin Poirier's wife, and talking about your wife is in me DMs. Hey baby, like the whole thing. And it does have Conor's fingerprints all over it. I wonder because I don't know if you guys saw the clip when Conor was asked about Dylan pulling out, how emotional he got. I've never seen Conor give two fucks about anybody else in the fight scene to that level, unless it's someone he's fighting. He was like, yeah, they try to put a bill on us. Like he was fired up. So I'm wondering if this is like a, not just studied Conor McGregor, but actually got help from him on this. I don't know.
I think a lot of people are DMing Dylan Dennis with a lot of different things.
Oh, now it's taken its own freaking life. Now it's like he don't have to do anything. He just open up his phone,
Dude, there's podcast guys, like famous fucking podcast guys that are like, you see Logan Paul got married to that model Nina? I hooked up with her. 3 of my friends hooked up with her. Like, bro, it's like people are just, it's open season on this girl.
Yeah, it's bad, man. It's bad. When I said something today, people are not agreeing with the fact that I think Dylan should get a percentage of pay-per-view in some way or some sort of bonus on the end of it. I said that in one of the videos I dropped today. I shit you not. I got on a plane today from Arizona to Charlotte. But I kind of look over. He's watching Dylan Dennis podcast. I'm just like, oh, that's interesting. And it just kind of went. So later on in the flight, we start talking. He's asking what I do, and I mentioned the YouTube boxing thing. The first thing he says, he's like, "Oh, this Dylan Dennis guy, he's being ruthless on Twitter over this." And I'm like, dude, yeah, He's like, I was like, yeah, he is. So this is, and I was like, who he's talking about? And he's like, yeah, it's the guy, and they always mess him up. He's like the Jake Paul guy, and I'm like, yeah, well, it's his brother, but yeah. He didn't know, obviously, about this scene, but he knew who Dylan Dennis was.
Oh yeah. This is going mainstream, and I don't think me and Mams, we talked about this. I don't think Mams has really grasped like how big this is. Like I don't think Mams even understands like how many people in the world are talking about this. But I do.
Obviously 2 billion.
Listen, guys, I'm being dead serious. I've been on the internet for 15 fucking years. I remember the internet, and I remember how many people were talking and how many communities were talking about, KSI versus Logan Paul. I remember this is bigger. This is bigger than that. And it's one guy. It's one single guy making the noise. No one else is.
Question. Hey, King, what did Dylan text you?
No go.
Gotcha. Hey, this is one of those situations where Logan meets his girlfriend. Oh, how many guys you been with? Oh, she's been with 5. All it comes out, she's been with 500. And you see a clip of Logan say, oh, I knew a few guys she dated. Yeah, you knew.
It's just, bro, it's one of those things, man. If she was a guy, it wouldn't even matter. That wouldn't even matter.
Yeah, that was what I was like. I thought about that the other day. I'm like, this would never work the other way, which is kind of like, I mean, it's obviously fucked up, but that's part of the reason it's fucked up. This would be nothing. This would be a fat nothing burger the other way. But
Could you imagine?
Yeah, dude.
Logan Paul slept with all these women. You're a whore.
If Dylan's in this group chat and he's listening, which I know he is, I need him to tweet out what round he's knocking Logan out. You can just say round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Dude, if
that way,
again, I don't believe this is gonna happen. I do think that Logan's gonna, like, I think he's gonna beat Dylan pretty like fairly easily. But if he beats Logan, oh my god, the amount of repair that Logan would even have to do to be in a boxing ring again would be brutal. Like, you
listen, I'm to the point
can't
where
lose this.
He can't, but I'm coming to the point where I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I got Dylan Dennis for him.
I mean, yeah, no, if Dylan wins, he's fucking, I don't even know, KSI fight, like whatever he really wants.
Hey, if I'm KSI, I'm staying far fuck away from Dylan because he's gonna try to find his girlfriend. Like, I'm staying far away from Dylan. Hey, me personally, I might not even want to fight Dylan. This shit out there on me.
I think he found her already. I think Dylan already found her. He deleted her right away.
What happened?
Dylan found her this morning. Dylan found her this morning.
He deleted her.
Found what?
KSI's girl.
KSI's girlfriend posted her.
I just don't think it hits the same because that now you're talking about an actual private citizen. You know what I mean? Like someone that is not a public figure, hasn't been, like, you could actually start having some legal issues. You start doing that. You know what I mean? Like when you start trying to pester and harass someone that's a private citizen, that's a little bit different. But obviously it's not good either way. But the reason that Dylan is doing this is that all the stuff that's with Logan's girl is public. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going and searching around and trying to find some private citizen that has no internet presence and has no want for that, right? So yeah, I don't think that's the route to go. I think that would probably be, there'd probably be some legal issues there.
%, my guy, 100%. Keegan, what do you think of this Dylan Dennis and Logan Paul situation?
Who can just miss my exit?
100%.
I think that it's a bit too far.
You think it's too far?
I think everybody can probably agree that this has gone too far, but we are only judging it as normal people would. We also can't, like, there's nothing, our hands are tied with it. It's not like we as a community can, like, our citizens arrest Dylan. You know, it's not illegal. But it's, for the most part, the vocal kind of minority here is being like, yeah, you know, it's probably a little too far. But that doesn't really matter to the unvocal majority that are fueling it. You know what I mean?
No, I get it. I appreciate it's to build the fight, but I also don't have to agree with it.
Yeah, 100%.
If that makes sense.
I think that's everybody's, like I said, I think that's everybody's kind of, I mean, maybe some people don't agree with it at all.
But wait, he did put out a statement. He was like, everybody don't understand when Logan was banging my girl, talking about my life and all that. I never bitched.
That's what I'm saying.
I never complained. I never talked about it and been on social media.
I understand that, but I think going after KSI's girlfriend is a step too far. In multiple interviews across the years, KSI has openly said that she wants to keep a private person. She works for the NHS. She's a normal girl with a normal job. The National Health Service. It's like healthcare.
Oh, okay.
That's that shit that we don't get.
Wait,
yeah, free healthcare. Yay.
Yeah,
Donna wanted me to tell you that you have to go to the Parrot in the Hole, Massachusetts.